What's good? What's good? This is Facts, Rumors, and Lies. I am your host, Cousin George. And tonight's show, we're going to do a brief review on our scheduled show that we had on Sunday. It was a nice show. We're just going to go and review on that and give our responses and our thoughts on what we watched. So, right now, we're going to go right into it, jump right into the video, and then we're going to give our thoughts. I had a topic that I wanted to pretty much talk about. Is it too late at a certain age when you had opportunities early in life, but you probably pushed a lot of people away? Is it too late at a certain age? I want to play something real quick, and I think we all heard this already.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to, Dave.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
Why? You're just not
I'm old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that. Because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Exactly.
And
what are you looking for at this stage, this point?
A partner.
Yeah.
And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's not intimidated by who and what I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Gonna let me go shopping.
Yeah.
Now, she said limited resources. That was Vivica A. I just wanted to play that quick snippet. Now, at the age of 60, for you to say that it's limited resources, which means you're saying it's limited men.
No, I think what she meant was because she's saying it's limited resources of what she can find quality men for her, especially she's a celebrity. And there's not that many apps that are geared towards people of her age anyway.
Right.
So where's she supposed to go to find somebody to date?
Yeah, like
I think that's what she was going with.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes, when somebody's a little bit older than us and they've been in the game so long, like they're not used to the social media world. So some people it could be organic when you're meeting somebody. You don't have to just meet somebody like, hey, because he looks good and I want to holler at him or I want to holler at her. It's like you want to see somebody like fresh, like, wow.
I got you.
Like, who's that person? No,
I think the way you should meet someone.
I think that's
it's organically.
She's saying
in person.
Somebody needs to curate her so she could go.
But we need to understand she is saying that at 60 though. So
like what you did.
I don't think.
No, I'm not saying that she can't date at 60. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for her to be when she was in her prime and didn't want to lock no one down and be serious with. To want to do it at 60 though. There are not going to be the men that you're looking for because they're already married.
No,
they're already in situations, or they might be already gone already. You're 60. You get what I'm saying?
That's not true either. There's a bunch of.
So then she's going to find it at 60 and not at 20? I'm just asking.
Yeah, she has, because there's some people that find true love.
So real quick, do you think what she was saying is valid about her being able to find love after even not trying to find it and hold it down in her early age? Saying that she literally will be able to find what she's looking for at the age of 60. Now coming on television, publicly saying this too. So that means you're admitting to not really being serious in your early ages. You think it's possible for her to find what she's looking for at the age of 60?
I kind of got two parts to it because to me, I feel like she's looking like some unrealistic shit. Because remember we was talking about it before. Because what she's asking for is kind of somebody not in their 60s. You know what I mean? You want to be treated and want to go travel. Somebody in their 60s might just be wanting to chill at the crib. And nowadays, to what I was telling you, she could find love if she just want to chill and find the ordinary person. But to me, it seems like she's not trying to do that. And a male in their 60s is not looking for her. They looking for somebody younger. I'm not trying to be funny, but like they looking for a male in their 60s is dating somebody in their 40s, 45. You know what I'm saying? So she gotta either. I'm not saying lower. Everybody got their own little standards or whatever, but I feel like some of her shit is a little unrealistic. And she lived the fast life when she was younger, so ain't nobody checking for her, like she was saying. Like she done did it up, so nobody wanna 60. I mean, somebody might, but nobody 35.
Nobody's
40
looking to lock that down right now.
Nobody 45. You know what I mean? 50 years old
Right.
checking for her. You checking for
Right.
Vivica right now? If she was to holler?
Exactly. So
No, I'm asking you. So if we was somewhere, Vivica run down on you. You gonna be like, oh, that's Vivica, but you ain't.
I wouldn't. But see, that's the thing. At the age of 60, I wouldn't take her serious.
You would or wouldn't?
I would not take her serious.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Nobody around her age, you know what I'm saying, is really fucking with her.
Exactly. And that's
don't try to
the
lock
number
me
one thing
down
as well
because
too.
your shit is ran out. That's what I'm saying. I don't mean I don't know if it is, but like.
Well, let's listen to the defense that the females had with her.
At a later age in life, like you don't have to find that.
But if you made it more of a priority, then maybe you would have found it.
But her priority, let me say something.
Because we know that she didn't make it a priority of her career.
But you understand, we come from a different, that 90s generation where she came from. You understand, she was very young in that 90s generation, and through the 90s.
She had access to the.
No, I'm going to explain it. No, I want to say something because I feel like 90s was more independent with a lot of women, and they was doing more things. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it was more women being more successful than men in the 90s, honestly. And I think she come from that, and I think it took her a while to actually understand and learn.
See, I gotta stop it right there. So at that moment right there is where I didn't understand what she was talking about at that moment. For her to want to find it at that age, at that time in life, that's something that's a little too late, and to be saying, exactly at that time. You know what I'm saying? If she was waiting to be 60 and to think that she would have more options at that age, like, how was it possible? Especially at saying that it's limited resources. You know what I'm saying? Literally saying that. You know what I'm saying? Saying, oh, it's limited resources. You know what I'm saying? That she would possibly be able to find something. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to be able to find that.
But she's, I don't want to cut you up, but she's kind of proving our point. You know what I'm saying? Because she was saying, oh, when she was younger, she bossed up, she couldn't find nobody. Oh, she could find nobody, she wasn't checking for nobody.
Right.
And like you said, limited resources. Nigga, when a fisherman can't find the fish and his shit gonna dry, guess what? He finds a new location, right? You know what I'm saying? He finds a bigger or better place to find fish. So I understand what she was looking for. It was just the fact she was looking for a certain type of nigga she got with 50. Though she was gonna change 50 and make him calm down. He was not wifing you, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now you know, went through all them phases. What I feel like they should have said was, yeah, she was bossed up in her 60s and she should have got with somebody then. Like, look, nigga, I'm trying to hold it down and be 60 with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't get 60 and say I'm looking for love. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Don't wait to be 60.
That's why I feel like she missed the boat. You know what I mean?
Right. Because now it seems like you want to enjoy all of the fruits, but none of the labor. You don't want to put.
Yeah, like now I'm 60. Now you want me to give you allowance and benefits. Nah, nigga, I work for that. Now, if we were together working for that and built that together, I can spoil you. You 65, baby. You ain't got to work no more. But I'm not gonna meet you out gate while we 60 and say, here you go. Here's everything, the keys to the castle. Nah.
And even if that you have your own, and the way you're talking is like, you don't care about anyone else's what they have, but you actually do. You actually do care about what they have and what they own and what they're a part of. You know what I'm saying? Because at the point of time in your life, all you cared about was what you was going to have and own at this age. But you forgot to lock yourself down with a relationship.
I mean, that's what they kind of saying.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what you should have did with the relationships. The relationship you had, you should have been trying to lock that down and not just only focus on your career. Because at the end of the day, having a career is good, But without the relationship, it's meaningless.
But I think sometimes that's where they get lost, and that's where kind of what's homegirl shocked the world with the shit with Shaq.
Right.
It's like now that I look back at it, I wasn't really in love with the nigga. You know what I mean? She was in love with the attraction and all that. Now that we got kids, and you know what I'm saying?
I knew what he was going to become, so I knew what I could
now
get.
she looked back at it, she was like, damn, I was like almost a victim to circumstance, because now you here, you know what I'm saying? So,
and doesn't it make a point to where you was running around screaming, I'm a victim? Does that mean you were a victim now? If you saw
I'm not saying she was a victim, but she almost became, because she was willing to get married, and you was there for the long haul now. So it's like, now you're looking back at it and saying, I don't know if I was really in love, but you kind of fell a victim to your circumstances. You was in love with the moment.
Definitely in love with the moment.
You wasn't saying that shit then.
Of the payday, though.
10, 15 companies later, now you got a cannabis company, you got a book coming out, now you wasn't in love. But okay, you know what I'm saying? I get it.
I guess it's the love of the money, right?
Something.
All right, so let's finish listening up.
I see somebody like,
finish listening.
Wow,
I got you.
like, who's that person? No,
that is the way where you should meet someone.
I think
it's organic.
In
person.
Somebody needs to curate her so she could go.
But we need to understand that she is saying that at 60 though. So
I don't think.
No, I'm not saying that she can't date at 60. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for her to be when she was in her prime and didn't want to lock no one down and be serious with. To want to do it at 60 though, there are not going to be the men that you're looking for because they're already married.
No,
they're already in situations, or they might be already gone already. They're 60. You get what I'm saying?
That's not true either. There's a bunch of.
So then she's gonna find it at 60 and not at 20? I'm just asking.
Yeah, she has, because there's some people that find true love at a later age in life. Like, you don't have to find that.
But if you made it more of a priority, then maybe you would have found it.
But her priority, let me say something. I'm gonna be real.
Because we know that she didn't make it a priority because of her career.
But you understand, we come from a different, that 90s generation where she came from. You understand, she was very young in that 90s generation, and through the 90s.
She had access to the.
No, I'm gonna explain it. No, I want to say something because I feel like 90s was more independent with a lot of women, and they doing more things. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it was more women being more successful than men in the 90s, honestly. And I think she comes from that, and I think it took her a while to actually understand and learn how to be with somebody, and I think her dating span went a little bit too far, but you could still find it. That's how I'm looking at it.
But it would have been more easier for her to find it when she was younger because she had more of the access of the selective men that she's looking for. She didn't make it a priority. We do know that.
Okay, we know that she didn't make it a priority, but you don't know that the type of person she was, she might have been ready for a relationship. She might have tried it and been the worst person in a relationship. So she had the time now to better herself. She wants what she wants. She's gonna find what she wants because she's gonna find.
So she's gonna
she's gonna get
that means she's not gonna find it because if you think about it, because of what she's looking for. What does she say she wants?
If freaking Robert De Niro can have a baby at 80 years old.
Exactly.
That's a little different.
She can't. No, it's not different.
How different it is? It's not different.
He found love. He found love.
So we know right then and there that is totally not the same thing. We know that is not the same thing at all. Robert De Niro having a child at 80 and this woman at 60 looking for somebody. First of all, Robert De Niro had a baby with a 30-year-old. So let's get that straight. He didn't have a baby with a 60-year-old. He had a baby with a 30-year-old, a woman that he knew would be able to carry the child. And the woman wanted the baby. And think about it. She's 30 and wanted that 80-year-old man's,
Nah,
so
but that's what I'm saying. They kind of proving our point. And you said what we were saying already. Like, nigga, nobody is checking for you with the stipulations you coming with. You can't go in the fucking shit with you can't go to the job and say, well, I ain't, well, you can, but it's certain things you just don't do. You don't go to looking for a job, say, well, I'm not gonna be this, this, and this, but are you hiring? No, nigga, then we ain't.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and they talking about Robert De Niro. To you, what you saying, nigga? Robert De Niro 80, and he's with a 30-year-old nigga. Like,
right. And I gotta
he
go
ain't say he
against
was with
what
an
she said in the
80-year-old.
beginning
He ain't even
about
say he
how
was a 70-year-old. 30, nigga.
Right.
So,
and I gotta go back to the beginning what she was saying about females being more successful than men. Actually, they just was in school more than men. They wasn't more successful.
it's not even so.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
So
if
that
they was
wasn't
more
even.
successful, so what? It's still
Yeah.
people out there. Niggas is intimidated. Nigga, change your dating pool. Maybe you
Right.
looking at the wrong niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And the thing was, they was more worried about getting money instead of getting love, or not even just love, an actual real relationship with a person. Because that's where you actually, if you see majority of the men who did that or women who did that, they did it in the early ages, really. You know what I'm saying? They didn't focus on that in the later ages. It was really about the early ages doing that for us to be successful. Don't get me wrong, there are couples that later on, but that's very small pool. And I think we need to understand that we're using small pools to be like, oh, that's the population. That's not what the population do. You know, so we got to stop using it as.
They right. There is more. They gotta fight harder for their positions, but that comes with any successful musician, artist.
Right.
You gotta shut shit down or leave your significant others to do other things.
Right.
So to what you're saying, you got to be willing to have a significant other willing to be putting up with that. So if you're saying at 25 through 40, oh, I'm doing my career first, you ain't gonna find a relationship. You got to find somebody career driven who's gonna say, all right, cool, I'm willing to rock with that. If not, you're not finding.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then be 60 and say, well, I need a nigga to do this, and that, and other. Look where you at on TV, looking for a nigga to do all that. So I don't know.
Real talk, real talk. So look, I'm gonna go further on in the line of what we was talking about. Go further into the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna play it a little bit more later on in the show.
So what?
What do you mean, 5 more years? What's going on?
There's people who got married when they're 80 years old.
I'm not saying that she can't, but
why?
Because you just said time. She ain't got that much time left, baby. What you talking about? You said like she's 25, 30. She's 60.
Okay, but you're saying 60, like she on her deathbed.
No, I'm saying 60. Let's be realistic. At 70, what are you talking about?
She's still young. She's still young.
You young at heart. Fuck out of here. Ain't nobody checking for
like,
this.
She's not.
I just think, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, that's her preference. That's what she wants. But
I'm not mad at that.
But I think people misinterpret what she said. Like, I think what she was trying to say is like, all right, now I'm at an age now, I want this and I want that. And it's not like, not saying that she's not gonna merge into that person too. I think she's just saying like, you know, I worked and I played around a lot and I tried relationships, but now I want to.
But
she's been saying this all along, if you think about it, because she said I didn't want a relationship, I didn't want to be serious, I didn't want to get married. She's been in control of all of that, you know, this whole time.
But because she gotta put her guards up, like some people do hurt. Like some people, you know, she's been hurt through her past relationships as well.
Here we go with the somebody hurt victim thing now.
What'd you say?
We go with the I had to go through something to be this way. Why can't it be you just didn't want to slow down, pick and choose, and deal with someone that was serious? Because there was a ton of serious people around you. I'm pretty sure there was people getting married all around you.
That's why, to what she's saying though, and I feel her. Your career get caught up. So you might be with somebody and then say you on a movie set for 2 years, and then niggas wild. Now you come back and they're like, you know what I mean? So I understand that, but my thing is kind of what she's saying. She should have been, well, she was transparent. She said what she said. She should have just been more, I think she just didn't word it correct. Well, she did. I don't know.
Well, look, my thing is this.
She said what she wanted. So people are trying to
but this is my thing, though. This is my thing, though, Sheen. For you to want a real relationship, there was multiple men that were cameramen, directors, There were other cast members. There was multiple times where you had to come across a genuine person where you could have settled down with, even if it was in the day to day, somebody who worked in politics, or, there had to be someone. And for you to not take that serious at the time, it makes a difference. And then for you to get out here and say there's limited resources. And then now for you to talking about it at 60, like I was saying, you don't have much time. It's not like within the next 5 years you can find somebody, and then what? Then what? What are we doing here? Like, we have to understand the time is not waiting for anyone. So, for you to say this at 60, it's like, are you really serious? Because it seems like you're just joking around. Because you was laughing about it too. You're really not taking it that serious, because you're saying applications and stuff like that. I'm not going on dating sites. That's cool. I get you want to meet someone genuine. I'm all for that. But that means you have to be outside actually vetting people and actually getting to know someone to do that. You had a lot of time. You're 60 now. You mean tell me? And I believe she was married one time, early age. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. To a gentleman, what I'm saying, who is now married now, I believe. So you get what I'm saying? So let's finish seeing, what the ladies had to say, and then we're going to move on in the show.
There, and then, her big thing was with 50 Cent. So that kind of made her like, you know what, I don't want to put my personal life on the front now, because now all you're going to know me as is I was in love with 50 Cent. And I don't know.
But she said it herself that was the love of her life.
I mean, it could have been at that time, and she still has love for him. And
of course, but now she's working for him. Right. But that's what I'm saying. Think about that part. You see what I mean? It's about timing. Without having the time to spend with one another, you can't develop a stronger bond. So that's why I was saying what type of man she's going to need is a man that has time for her. He's going to have the time to put in the necessary goals to show that he has the goals, that he shows he has that temperament that she can deal with. He has to show that he can be that type of man. That's going to come with having that time.
That he can tolerate
her.
Time.
For her, then it's not going to, which means he has to either have money to be able to spend and go where she's at a drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? Or not have it and just be able to go because he can go because she'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said pay for it. Two types of men. But which type of man we think that she'll end up with?
What about somebody with closure that just like I said, like, what if she wants, if she travels and he may not want the time, but if he can, he may not be there all the time, but when he does, she appreciates that. Like, can you give that?
No, he doesn't have to be there all the time.
Like, equal.
Yeah, it's like
you're giving her no other ultimatum, but just either.
She wants this and that's it. It's like, no, that's not how it
no way she can have it equal. That's
like,
part of being equal.
See, they totally didn't understand what I was saying right here. So what I was trying to really get them to understand was that the man that she would want and would have time for would be a man who had either money equivalent to her or more and had the resources. But we know those type of men are not going to look for. So I gave the other option, which is the man who makes less, who would have more time, because if anything, it would be easier for him to be around her. You know what I'm saying? Because if she's paying for it, because once again, she's more worried about if that man has time. Because someone who has money equivalent of her or more, he's not going to want her time.
He didn't say time first. He said money, travel, and shopping, then time.
Yeah, but you got to understand, all of those things have to do with time. Money, shopping, vacation, and time. All of those are going to conduct of him either going to go get money or he makes money.
Exactly. You know, so that's what I'm saying. So what y'all saying, and to what your point is she's asking for something unrealistic.
Right, and they thought that I kept talking about a man that was less than her, which I never
You're not
stated.
talking about no.
Right. But this is what they were saying. So let's just finish hearing what they were, saying.
It's like getting a job and you
Isn't she
a house.
Wouldn't you call her and females would call her a high value female because she has money, she's got accolades, she's got this and that, and she's fashionable, right? That's what y'all would call her, right? All right. Now, so now as a man, when we call men high value, right? He has two choices. So he finds a woman who can spend as much as him, which is a man on her level. So I never devalued her. I put a man on her level, which is the high value man. Okay, that's the man who can go with her wherever she goes, wherever she spends a bag at. But then the man under her, which is the man that just has the time, might not have money, but he has the time, and she might value that more than the man who has the money but don't have the time. Right? Because see, that's what men do. They might have all the money, but they might have a woman. No, she just has a regular job. She's content. She doesn't have to be high value because he didn't want that. And a lot of men do that because they know, hey, I got the money. Don't worry about everything else.
Yeah.
I got this. But if he tries to get it equal and he doesn't really want that, it's going to hurt, just like with her. She might want to equal, the equal might not happen. And he might not want to do what she wants because he has his own. He's doing his own things. So that's what I mean about even dealing with either or. But I think what would be best for her, for what she was looking for, since she looks like she's going to want time, because time is running out. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
45. Time's going to be running out for me too. When I hit 60. You know what I'm saying? You go.
What you think of that? You know what I'm saying? As far as what I was saying, like we was just talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like it was all about time, you know what I mean? Like that was the real talk, because time is what it really is about. If the gentleman don't have it, how could he entertain her? How could he, somehow, pretty much court her? Because see, that's the thing. He's going to have to court her. That has to do with time, So, you have to pay attention. So, we're going to go back into it and watch them all. I'm going to skip through it so we can get to some other things that we talked about as well on the podcast. And, give our other reaction on that part as well. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to go from there. All right? And we're going to move it along. All right? And get back to it. But yeah, so we also do reactions on other people's channel. I'm going to be doing that as well over again. We also do reactions on other podcasts, as well. We're going to be also doing new things as well this summer coming up. We're going to be doing interviews as far as on the street interviews. We're going to be doing in-person interviews. We're going to be doing a lot of that. But we're probably going to shut it down and come back on maybe sometime Wednesday or next Sunday. Seems like we have technical difficulties, but we're going to hit y'all back. I'm going to run it back. Holler back at you. Peace.